Hello, hello, everyone. This is Jynnette The Oracle. Welcome to Oracle Talks, and welcome to the December all Zodiac sign tarot messages. So this is going to be messages for all 12 signs for the month ahead, and this is our final month of the year. So how are y'all feeling? How's it going? As you come in, please say hello in the comments. Let us know where you're joining from, what you might be sipping on, etc. I just made myself a latte, just a single shot because it's early for me right now. So just a single shot. I didn't get too much on the foam. Like, I'm still not good with creating a foam, but I have committed to practicing more this month and to get better at, like, I have like a little bit of a foam layer here, but I want to get thicker foam because I want to practice actually doing cappuccinos. Unfortunately, I don't have any smaller, like clear glass cappuccino cups. I just have like regular ones, so I won't be able to see from the side like how well I'm doing with that. I'll just be able to see the amount of foam I have on top, but you know. these are wants, not needs. But yeah, I'm gonna keep practicing because I've fallen off with the practice. But yeah, so that's what I am sipping on today. Yeah, so how's everybody feeling? What's going on? How's life? Hopefully you got a chance to enjoy your day of thanks and Friendsgiving, whatever that has been for you. Mine was lovely. I think I posted some of the delicious eats that I got to have, and had a wonderful time spending time with extended friends and family. So that was really lovely. But yeah, hopefully everybody got a chance to watch the two Oracle talks that I had done on Saturday, 2 days, two weekends ago. So the one sanctifying our endings, and then investments in our new path. Highly, highly, highly recommend that you watch that and rewatch that. If you haven't already, it's under the Oracle Talks playlist. If I remember, I'll put a card up for it here. But oh, excuse me. Yeah, I just realized I didn't prep the zodiac signs. Let me do that right now, and I give time for folks to join in, and I'll do announcements in a bit. But yeah, I hope everybody is doing well. Oh, happy belated full moon in Gemini. We are still under that energy, at least until tonight, because I think the moon moves into Cancer later on. For those of you who are, in Europe or Asia, you're already in it. You are already in it. But yeah, happy full moon in Sag. It feels like so much has been happening this lunar month, but we're still excuse me. Let me sip. But we're still oh, that's good. Okay, I did that. We are still in this Scorpio lunar cycle. So there's that. Yeah, so I didn't prep as much as I needed to. Apologies. Moving slow this morning. That's okay. The sun is out, so I'm happy. We finally have come out of the massive amounts of rain that we were dealing with. Grateful for the rain because we definitely need it out here, especially with all the droughts and the fires and everything. But yeah, the sun being out is what we live for. The sun is bay, so yeah. Alrighty. So let me go through some quick announcements while I have you here. All right, so quick announcements. Registration is open for the 2026 winter cohorts for my group programs. So the star of the show, of course, is the Lightworker Incubator. I only open up enrollment twice a year, so enrollment is open now for the Lightworker Incubator. It is a 6-month program that is designed to accelerate your soul ascension process. It's also going to strengthen, amplify, and possibly activate your clear abilities, deepen your relationship with your ancestors, open you up to new members of Spirit Team, give you some new tools and techniques, as well as really grounded ways of embodying Christ, Buddha, or a consciousness here in the physical realm, so that you can very much be a very empowered and embodied light worker and creator of our new world, our new earth. Okay, so this program has been going on for, I believe, now 6 years or so. So it's trekking along, and then yeah, it's a beautiful program. So you can check out the link below for information on the program, read through the info on it, submit your application, and we will definitely chat beforehand, or chat after you send your application, and it'll get a chance for us to connect and talk, and answer any questions that you may have, and make sure this is a good fit for you. But yeah, so incubator is registration is open. Also, the registration for Sovereign, which is the entrepreneur program, is also open. So this is for folks who've been in business for at least a year. It is for folks who are obviously more spiritually inclined, because that's what we do over here. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that your business itself provides spiritual products and services. It just means you obviously need to be in that consciousness to benefit from the work here. But it is my premier business program for folks who want to have a way to do business differently that still provides them an opportunity to build their build good practices within their business operationally, as well as build wealth sustainably, and have balance, and between running the business and your own life, etc. So again, as long as you're in business for at least a year, this is a program for you. You can be product based, you can be service based, you can be a mix of both. It does not matter. This is for any type of business. So again, information is below in the description. Check that out. Submit your application, and we will also connect and meet and make sure that it's a good fit for you as well. Yeah, and then lastly, I do have the 2026 astrology workshop that is coming up on the weekend of winter solstice, so December 20th, so 2 Saturdays out from now. Ticks are only 26, so for the year 2026 next year. So we're going to be discussing the major, i.e. longer planetary transits, as well as the nodes influences, and get into some planning and ideas around what we can expect, and devise ways to navigate the potential opportunities, as well as minimize potential obstacles that will be presented with the energy. Also, next year is a 1 year numerologically, and that is a sun year. So I'm just like loving it, because I am a sun baby. This is Inner Sun Alchemy, this company. So I'm really excited for the energy of next year. So yeah, it'll be good. So come through for that. For folks who register beforehand with the incubator or with Sovereign, you will get to come to the workshop for free. So if you're planning on going to the workshop and you're also considering one of the programs, or even both, because you also can do both. They're at separate times. Yeah, you'll be able to come for free. If you sign up afterwards, you'll be able to get the recording for free as well. But yeah, so those are the new things that are on the docket. Registration for the group programs is open through the end of the month, so we have plenty of time to get your affairs in order, figure things out. All the dates for the sessions are on the website. So I laid out everything as much as possible so that you can plan your the first half of your year accordingly to make sure that you are able to participate fully and get the most out of either program that you might be interested in. Okay. If you have any questions, of course, you can, comment below. You can submit a message on the website, on the contact page, whatever works for you. Okay. All right. So we have folks in here. Greetings. Welcome, welcome. Tuning in from Washington, D.C. Oh, hello, D.C. My brother transitioned last weekend and we laid him to rest on Thursday's full moon. It was a beautiful Islamic burial. Oh, wow. That is beautiful to go home on a full, to be celebrated in your life on a full moon. I'm sorry about the transition, but the energy feels very supportive and very loving. So I'm obviously there's grief, but I feel so much love and light and empowerment and elevation. So big hugs to you, and thanks for tuning in. I mean, you definitely didn't have to. I appreciate that, but thanks for tuning in and wanting to be a part of this Oracle Talks today. But yeah, that is beautiful to go home on a full moon like that, or to be sent off in celebration of life on a full moon. So prayers for his healing, for his elevation, for his empowerment, for his easeful transition into whatever is next for his soul, whether that is reincarnation or moving up and on to higher realms. Yeah, thank you. Hello to everyone else coming in. Please also say hello, drop a comment, etc. All right, so without further ado, let's jump in, because I really like to act like I don't have other things that I have to attend to, because Saturdays are work days for me. All right, so I'm gonna get these cards out. So I'm using for our messages the Akashic Tarot, and then the overall message is going to be coming from the Secret Language of Light Deck Oracle card. So let's actually start there to see once again, let's actually start there to see what these messages in general are going to be about. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we have the card number 15, Sensitivity. And this is heightened intuition and compassion. You are becoming more sensitive to the energy and vibrations that precede all physical creation. We can all sense these energies, but our rational minds often override our feelings. Sense beyond what you see with your eyes and hear in your mind. Trust your heart will bring together the most up-to-date information through your senses. What we are open to sensing, and when we are open to sensing and feeling love, it also means we are open to sensing and feeling fear. This clarifies the importance of actively choosing where you place your gaze and focus your energy. Don't let old stories determine what you will think and feel. There is no hiding behind words. Feeling sorry for another or a situation doesn't help them or you. It takes you to a place where you can't hear any solutions and feeds back what they already know. You came here to create reality, not to accept it. You attract what you are, not what you think or what you say, but what you feel. Celebrate your sensitivity. Without it, you may not realize you have a choice. What do you want to bring into your life? I have some caveats about some of the things that come up in here, in particular the attract what you are and then some other things, because we don't attract what we are. We keep what we are. We keep what we are. And we also choose what we are. But anyway, the main thing, y'all know how I feel about a lot of these new age things. But the key thing is about the heightened perception, heightened perception, heightened clairs, etc., is what's coming through. So that means if that's being heightened right now, well, for one, if you read the December astrology report, which is up on the blog now, so you can go on the website to check that out for the month ahead astrology. This time of year in general, where the sun is going through the latter part of Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Capricorn, which is where we're in the middle of right now, is when we're essentially perceiving being lined up with the galactic center. And this is some of the most potent spiritual time, because we have a direct line of energetic flow to the great consciousness of the Milky Way galaxy, right? That central spirit. So there's powerful emissions, essentially, and frequencies, vibrations, like whatever you want to call it, that we just get a beautiful dose of throughout this whole time of the year, essentially Q4, each year. And this is one of the reasons why, like, I just love the latter half of the year anyway. And we always talk about how the veil is thin. The veil is thin for a reason. It's not just a time of darkness, quote unquote, because it's different for the Southern Hemisphere, obviously, right? It's about our orientation within our greater world, within the greater environment context in which we are in, which is what Gemini talks about, right? Is our environment. So we are galactic beings, and we are lined up with home base right now. And so that heightens our ability to perceive and be aware of the truth of our non-physical nature, and the immensity of all that's available to tap into. But of course, and what I do like about what came through in this message is there does need to be discernment about what is being perceived and what is being chosen to focus on and engaged with. So yeah, we're getting that heads up that, like, that is there. So there is a lot more available to perceive and receive and engage with at this time. So let's see what this means for the signs. So I'm going to get out the cards. I'm just going to get out all the cards, and then we'll go through each of the signs. If you have any questions, of course, you can put them in the chat, and we'll see if they come up to be addressed. But in the meantime, while I'm getting these out, I will call in the power and the presence of the spirits of the elements, the spirit of air, the spirit of fire, the spirit of water, the spirit of earth, the spirit of metal, the spirit of wood, and the spirit of light. To please set and hold a sacred container of healing and protection around each of us that are either watching this live or watching the recording. Please balance our elemental energies so that we align more with our inner divinity. I also call in the power and the presence of the spirits of the directions, the spirit of the east, the spirit of the south, the spirit of the west, the spirit of the north, the spirit of below, the spirit of above, and the spirit of center. To please also set and hold a sacred container for healing and protection for each of us who are watching this live or watching the recording. Please balance our directional energies to help us align more effectively with our inner divinity. I also call in the power and the presence of the archangels of light, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Sandalphon, Archangel Ariel, Archangel Haniel, Archangel Chamuel, Archangel Zadkiel, Archangel Zadkiel, and Archangel Asrael, Archangel Metatron, to please set and hold a sacred container as well for healing and protection for each of us who are here participating live in this Oracle Talks, this time of Spirit Council, as well as those who are watching the recording. Please balance our angelic energies to help us align with our inner divinity. And then finally, I call in the power and the presence of our elevated beneficial ancestors, guardian angels and protectors, ascended masters and teachers. Also join the creation of a sacred container for healing and protection for those of us here watching live or on the recording. And help us to balance our human nature, that we may be more in tune with and aligned with our inner divinity. Okay. Alrighty, so Aries, the card that you have is card number 12, the Scribe. This is your message for, I was about to say the year ahead, but no, this is for the the month ahead. Oh yeah, side note, there is also spiritual guidance for the year ahead that has already been created during the spiritual new year. So I will make sure to put that in the description below so that you can have that in tandem with the astrology workshop that's coming up as well, and use both of those to inform how you plan your year ahead. Okay, so the Scribe, let me read this because I forgot the full thing about it. So this card indicates a great upsweep in mind and study for you. It's not just for the sake of study, though. This is a period of higher mind, higher learning. And it's nothing less than a change your life or even change your world opportunity. So there may be a teacher or even an entire school that can help you with this upliftment. Be sure to seek out the right place or a person of learning. You also could become a writer or teacher yourself at this time, elevating and contributing to others. So, okay, so this is literally about the higher education aspect, which is interesting because right now the sun is, if you're an Aries rising, the sun is in your ninth house, which is the area of higher learning. whether that is you going and immersing yourself in deeper levels of knowledge, or you becoming a mentor, teacher, etc., for others. Um, in business, I'll talk both personal and business. This could be you hiring consultants or agency to help with something, or you consulting, providing consulting services. So it can be either or. But whatever it is, you're being told to. So it's two steps. One, get clarity about what it is. So there still might be some um, confusion about what it is you actually need to be doing, what you need to focus on. So get clear about what this deeper level of education potentially is going to be, um, or how you are asked to show up more deeply or take more responsibility for something, and then take action on that, and so that you can jump into it, get into it. Whatever it is, there will definitely be some type of application process, but it's not going to be something that like hinders you, but it is something you should be engaged in, and have set up sometime this month. So for the Aries folks, again, whether it's rising, sun, moon, or north node people, if this is resonating with you, and especially as it relates to spiritual matters, and you're getting that call to go deeper in your spiritual development, this may mean to come through for the Lightworker Incubator, real talk. And if it is, like, it's already been on the mind, so this is the confirmation for you to say yes to that. Okay. Taurus. Taurus, we have two of roses for you. So this one I do know, because it is a bit of a contentious image. The hawk that's coming in here is, obstacles, chaos around you. It could be conflict around you as well too. People bringing their problems to you, et cetera, et cetera. You though represent the dove up here, divinely blessed, held, protected, maintaining your peace. You're not being necessarily kept from these things, but you are facing, and you can see what's coming in. You're prepared and able to handle what is there. But there is a lot of, I'll say, uncomfortable, chaotic energy around you, but not in you. Okay. Um, let's see what else is with that one. Yeah, it's definitely around you, like people just in their own stuff, but they're in their own stuff because they're not getting out of it. Meaning they are actually capable of finding a way out of the areas that they might be struggling in, but they're too much in their emotions or in their head to actually deal with that. But that's not your issue. That's not your problem. So the dove brings a message from your spirit. It's a call to see whatever the drama is around you through your higher mind and compassionate heart. So see it for what it is from the eyes of spirit, right? Perspective. You may feel compelled to be the peacemaker or the provider in this situation, but do as your spirit guides you. So it's not saying don't step in and help and whatever. But yeah, see things for what they are. And in those situations where someone, again, is not actively pursuing a way to get themselves out of a situation and instead wallowing in what they're going through, then you know that it's not a place for you to rescue. They just have to kind of move through things. But if it's a situation where someone is and or has been actively working and you're led, you're guided, or you're even asked to help, then obviously you can help in that. But that is a theme this month. That stuff like that is gonna keep coming up. And so you just have to, I don't actually see this necessarily being an issue or a problem, but it's just saying like this is actually the dynamic this month, and this is the guidance of being able to differentiate these two between what you're going to engage with and what you're not going to engage with. Now, if you feel like you're already good at doing this, this might be more so about, well, no, if this is coming through, it means this is still actually needs to get worked on. The areas where it might needs to get worked on have to be looked at differently. Because this might not be a friends and family thing. It might be work. It might be local community, society thing. But if it's coming up, it's something that you need to focus on in particular. Because in some way, shape, or form, you're getting bogged down, and this is the guidance for this month. So I'm curious though, if you are a Taurus, a strong Taurus energy, let me know what comes up for you about that. All right, let's move on. Gemini, who just had a full moon. We have the 16 card, Caught in the Ruins. So this is kind of like the Tower card in this deck, kind of, but not really because it's not sudden. So this card shows a difficult or dark situation that seems to have you trapped. It could be a hurtful, empty relationship, an unhappy job, um, an addiction, whether it's behavioral or like physical addiction, or even just a negative or sabotaging belief system. So take what resonates for you. It's something that's held you captive because the visual here is something that's held you captive for a time. Again, so whether work, relationship, whatever. And may have even begun in a past life. It's irrelevant. It's here now, so it's to be dealt with. But there is a way out, as there always has been. It just takes effort and determination on your part. So even if these situations are strong, they are self-imposed, meaning you had the buy-in. So you chose to get into a relationship. You chose to take that particular job. Um, you chose to start engaging with behaviors or substances that numbed you out and helped you be able to kind of cope with something rather than leaning on other things that might be better. Now, this can be a tough thing to grapple with, but the thing is, change lies within you. You have to get to a place where you're going to say, okay, I have a problem. I'm not in control of this, or I gave my power away in this situation. I need to, get myself together, stand on my own 2 feet, start looking for something else, like, that activation of personal will, of personal power, um, that has to happen within you. Even if it's just like, I need help to be able to do this because I can't do it on my own. But like that inner choice has to be made. So that's what's meant by the self-imposed. Because obviously, like, we're in situations where you're ultimately still choosing the best of the available options. Um, especially when it comes to work, given the way certain economies are right now. It's just like, it is what it is. But it is still self-imposed. Like, it's still a choice to engage with um, this, given the options. So all that to say, um, the courage and strength required to change lie within you. You must change each faulty belief and sabotaging choice as they happen. If you do nothing, you'll perpetuate your attachment to the situation. Like a crumbling castle, negative choices could stand for a long time to come. So there are always consequences to our choices, positive or not. But don't let the ruins of your past ruin your future. You have the power to climb out now. So if this is coming out as a message right now for you, Gemini, that means that there is, in whatever's going on for you, or wherever Gemini is in your chart, right? There is a path being open, a door being open, an opportunity popping up, excuse me, to help get you out of your current situation. And it is a liberatory path. It's not just just a choice from like bad to worse. Like, this is an opportunity. So, or various opportunities, because it doesn't have to be like one thing. So really what I'm getting with this is pay attention. Be on the lookout. Hold in your mind that, have an abundance mindset. Have the perspective and the awareness that, like, oh, things are available to change. There are opportunities. I just have to look for them, put myself in a position where they can be seen, where I have a chance to actually go after them. I have to actively engage with this thing. It's not necessarily just going to fall in my lap. I mean, sometimes that can happen with divine grace, but more often than not, you have to go get your blessings. Okay. More often than not, you have to go get your blessings. All right, so that's your message, Gemini, and for whoever has strong Gemini in their chart. All right, Cancer, you have the 8 of Keys, the Master Artisan. I forgot what this one is about. All right, so this card indicates that you have the opportunity to offer your talents, your purpose, and your gifts to the world, making a contribution to many. Don't be shy and don't hold back what you have to share. It's not the time to hide your light under a basket. This is not the time to be in your shell, Cancer, even though it's winter. As a matter of fact, you may now find yourself teaching or training your skill set to others. You may also be demonstrating your gifts and performing your talents publicly. Even if your gifts lie in the ability for loving, compassionate care, you will be sharing those gifts with others. In this period of time, you can build your reputation and take advantage of the opportunities that come your way. So take action, put yourself out there, and let yourself shine. There is much beauty and empowerment for you to bring to the world. So again, Cancer, this is that time not to hermit. Like, it doesn't matter. This is the end of the year. It's holiday season. Other folks might be wrapping up or what have you. This is feeling very cardinal. So your nature, you're one of the cardinal signs, right? Along with Aries, Libra, and Capricorn. This is you need to get out there, put yourself out there. This is very much 10th house energy. Okay. Regardless of what this is going to look like or the context, but wherever you might be like, oh, I don't want to share that, or what have you, like, this is not that time. Now, since this is coming out, especially since it's the 8, I don't think this is actually going to be anything new, because the Master Artisan is, the work is already in progress. So this is something that you already actively engage with, whether that's being, active in your church, active in, PTA. Um, this could be at work where you are feeling the push to like do more, go for that promotion, what have you. But yeah, it's very much giving um shine your light. It's actually it's very much giving show up like Leo, show up like the sun, show up like summertime in winter. Um and just be unabashedly free, show up, um and be your best self, and let the cards fall where they may. But yeah, this is the vibe for you, Cancer. I'm loving it for you. Loving it for you. All right. So, Leo, see if you can outdo. Well, you got Mark, you got Michael, so also a big sun energy. So I know Michael has to do with power and like helping to increase power. Let me read the message for this because you may literally just need to work with Michael, but I think that's actually what this card is about. The Archangel Michael is a channel of divine power. He is seen here sharing his energy with two small children, bringing them great strength and support. He is about to pick up the boy and he can help you lift your energy too. This is good because I feel like for at least the last couple times that I've been doing messages for Leo, there's almost been this kind of winter energy around you. I don't want to say like depression, but a lot of like seeming difficulty with showing up and shining your light. Now, this is obviously not for all Leos, obviously, but it might be for folks who have like their sun in the lower houses, like houses 1 through 6, or maybe even like 2 through 6, to be honest, or even like an 8th house sun or 7th house sun. But yeah, just the energy has been interesting for you. Maybe that's also because the South Node is about to be coming into your sign, so you're you're needing the extra help. But anyway, when you receive this card, know that your energy reflects Michael's amazing strength. This can be a cycle of increasing power for you, one where you feel your courage growing and you know what action to take next. Trust your convictions, your power, and your resourcefulness. Michael upright heralds a time of greater courage, force, initiative, and action, so don't delay. He's right there with you, so tap into the dynamo within you and take the action that compels you. With Michael and your own power, you can move mountains and lift yourself to new heights. So I'll repeat this again. This can be a cycle. This has to be chosen. This can be a cycle of increasing power for you, one where you feel your courage growing and you know what action to take next. Trust your convictions, your power, and your resourcefulness. Okay, so it feels like a motivational card. I'm telling you to like really dig in. There might actually be a project or a goal that you're really excited about, and you're getting the green light or the affirmation to like really dig in and go for it. So if that is the case, have at it. One second. Okay. Moving on to Virgo. Sorry, I have this all over the place. Okay, Virgo. You have the Muse. So this is definitely that creative force, that creative energy. I feel that flow for you and I love it for you. This card shows a time of very heightened resourcefulness and inventiveness for you. So this is giving you have the ingenuity and creative intellect to find unique ways to get what you need for what it is that you're going after. Any creative project, new or old, can receive exceptional energy now, both from you and from the universe. Call to the spirit muses and let them join you and the creator within to lift your project to the skies. I mean, that feels very clear. One thing I will say overall, even though this is specifically in your message, but I think for all the signs, the vibe that I'm getting very much so is that there is a lot of help and support to shift things in a major way for all the signs, whatever that's going to look like for you. This feels like a big turning of the wheel, but it's not a wheel of fortune, like forced turn. It's like regardless of whether or not you're actively engaging, like, abundance, blessings, or what have you just come your way, which is, always nice to have. But this feels like this feels like a message for all the signs where you can choose a better trajectory for you based off of your desires during this month, depending on how you choose to show up. And specifically for Aries, well, so far, everybody except for Taurus that I've read so far, because Taurus seems more like it's in that sustainer energy, but definitely Aries, Gemini, Virgo for sure, possibly Cancer and Leo. And I say possibly because I'm not sure if it's a turning into anything new with Cancer and Leo, rather than just an amplification of what's already there. So I don't know if it's going to be like a big, market change in terms of trajectory, but it might be depending on the situation. So, take it as it resonates. Moving on. Libra. All right, so we have Hilarion, which is one of the Ascended Masters. Let me read this card because I do not remember this one. Okay, so seen here with spirit and the implements of study and scientific discovery, Hilarion is a powerful Ascended Master and a wonderful connection to the font of information that the Akashic Records holds. He is the master of research, science, truth, healing, logical mind, concrete knowledge, and spirit communication. So, if you've been thinking about pursuing an endeavor in these areas, now's the time to start. So again, Libra, you're opposite Aries, but similar message coming through about, leaning into deeper learning, higher education, et cetera, as it relates to spirit. So again, if you are being called to the Lightworker Incubator, let this be an affirmation to you that yes, it's time to come through. Spirit will pave the way if you're like, oh, I don't know, like, yes, come through. Okay. But yeah, if you've been thinking about it, now is the time to start. Like the angels and other masters, Hilarion is always available to you, and receiving this card upright is telling you that his assistance is close at hand. If you're working on a project that requires research, a strong academic approach, and attention to detail, it's full steam ahead. It's time to open to this master's energy if you have a job that involves any type of evidence detection. Excuse me. And drawing conclusions from that discovery. My goodness. It's so like dry now that like I'm having to drink so much more water to stay hydrated. These types of jobs include scientific research, mediumship, forensic activity, the law, medical testing, and more. So these and similar activities should be on the rise for you now. Um, in particular, the mediumship in general, as it relates to like just contact with ancestors, other souls who crossed over, spirits, etc. Like that's coming through strong. But this is the time to bring a logical approach to all your pursuits. Hilarion is right there with you, blessing you with help, clarity, and direction. Now, I will say this: like the deck is referencing specifically Hilarion, but really, everybody is not necessarily going to have a connection to that, obviously. So, whoever that or whatever that energy represents for you. This could be an elevated beneficial ancestor, spirit guide, or just another wise teacher who has passed on, who you have a connection with, maybe coming through to help you in these pursuits. But yeah, that's actually really interesting that Aries and Libra, that this energy is coming through very strong about going deeper into this kind of work. So I'm curious. I might actually have to spend a little more time and see what's going on with y'all. Because it might be, it might be a situation where you also are being asked to yeah, I think it's actually more so like really making the choice to settle into a commitment to engage more deeply. With Aries, it felt like it was more, there was a component of needing to be clear or figuring out specifically what that is. For you, Libra, I don't feel like that component is there for you at all. Like there's clarity. It's just a matter of like, okay, what am I actually going to settle into and to make that choice, make that commitment, and go deeper into that work. Okay. Alrighty. So let's move on to Scorpio. Making good time. I'd love to see it. The Oracle of Delphi. This has been popping up a lot recently. I'm not mad about it as an oracle. So the Oracle obviously is talking about being at the threshold of receiving information from the divine, from the great mysteries, for one. And for two, the component of the reception of information, which the Oracle does, and then the interpretation of the information, which is what the attendant is doing, interpreting the messages that come through. Let me see if there's anything else in that card I want to mention. When you receive this card, it's a time of great insight and psychic power. Again, as I mentioned in the beginning, like this is that time when we are highly sensitive and tuned and aligned with our galactic and non-physical nature. Even if you don't recognize it yet, it lies very close to your consciousness because you've used this gift in so many past lives, right, Scorpio? So basically practice this. This is the message for this month. It's for at a minimum this month, but also moving ahead. Practice engaging with your higher sense perception, the perception of dreams, feelings, intuition, etc., prophecies, what have you, and then the interpretation of them. Like exercise this muscle. That is your that's your guidance for this month. And if this is something specifically you want to have help in doing, this is a place where you can, the Lightworker Incubator is a place where you can actually do that. Or you can actively like develop that skill in a grounded way. All right, Sag, we are in your season. Happy birthday, Sag. I didn't say that at the beginning, but happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. All right, so we have the Queen of Scrolls for you. This one has also been coming up. Y'all see me shuffle these cards. This one is coming up too, so a lot of the similar energy is popping up. Okay, so this Queen of Scrolls is representative of higher mind. Again, higher mind is higher consciousness. This is spirit. So there is this persistent message here about tuning into your greater nature, your true self. Around her swirls the energy of wisdom, knowledge, and Akashic truth. Akashic truth meaning soul truth. So this is bringing important information and inspiration to you. So the purpose of this card is to move you through the entryway, so crossing that threshold into a new level of wisdom and understanding. It indicates a deep understanding and readiness to learn. It's a perfect time for personal growth and expansive learning, whether it's mind, body, or spirit centered. Open the mysteries that are hidden in the Akashic Scrolls and step through the door of knowledge. Now, since so much of the Akashic Records is coming up with this particular card, there may be a lot that comes up for you as well in this process of your spiritual development of not only your soul nature, but also past life, future life, parallel life stuff as well. And yes, we do get into the Akashic Records in the incubator. All right, and Capricorn, the Buddha prepares, card number 13. This also has been showing up. I hope y'all see this trend that's coming here. I'll say now, like the first 6 signs was more about, also spirit stuff, but also saying like spirit is there very much to like help you. This next batch of 6 signs is very much giving, you need to go on the journey with spirit within. But the Buddha prepares truly is, it's one of my favorite cards. So the Buddha sits meditating. There are people waiting in the background for him to speak, but he won't move a muscle until he's ready. This card shows a time of inner preparation before action. Before you can reach outside yourself, you must reach within to find your power, your purpose, and your direction. This period of time may feel a little like waiting, and it appears so in your exterior life because some points of action seem to be at a standstill. Really, though, you are taking the time that you require to prepare and truly step into your power. Don't be in a hurry. The time to act is coming. When it's here, your strength will be absolute. Inner preparation before action. You have to reach within to find your power, your purpose, and your direction. If you have purpose without power, then purpose won't be embodied, right? So your purpose, your power, and overall direction, actions that you would take, the next right step. This is what you're doing. It's perfect time for you because obviously this month we're be coming into your birthday season, but it's also in the Gregorian calendar preparation for the new year. So this is that time for deeper introspection and deciding based off of, again, what your purpose is, activating your power to decide the next right steps for you. Aquarius, you have the One of Keys, the Architect, which has also come up. I feel like at least a third of these cards, if not half, are from that last reading that we had about investments in the future. If you remember, let me know in the comments. This feels like a great continuation message of like, okay, we did that work. So like now this is where we are. So take this message and run with it. So okay, so at a mundane level, you could literally find yourself involved with the building project, but obviously that's not the conversation today because this is about our higher sense of spirit and how spirit's moving in our life and our own inner nature. So we're not taking the mundane messages with this, with any of these. So, but most important, this card shows that it's time for you to step into a position of power, Aquarius. It's time to step into a position of power. In order to do that, you must recognize your talents and strengths as well as your authority to take charge. An opportunity beckons that utilizes your skills perfectly. Feel the command you have over the great scope of the situation and take charge. Okay. A special note with this card is to see where it's pointing towards, and it's pointing towards the Capricorn card, which is the Buddha prepares, which again is about that preparation before action. So this very much has to do with purpose as well. Okay, so you're clear about what your purpose is, and with that, this is that time to step into power, and it is this time. So in some way, shape, or form, there is an opportunity or situation where you're being called to step into a position of power. Now, the position of power just might be a position of power within self and the things that you are working on individually, or it could be literally a position of power like at a job, what have you. But yeah, it's like you have to take the reins. You have to say yes to that. Pisces. Pisces, you have 3 of Forces. Bird's nest. So this is a lot of supportive energy as well, if I remember correctly, to help you with whatever it is that you are focused on. So let's see what the message is for you, Pisces. This card represents the force of creativity and expansion. When you receive this card, it's a signal to focus on starting new things or expanding. So starting new things would be like truly starting from scratch, right? Expanding means something's already in play and you're being asked to propagate it more. Whether this is business, your network, your friends, or even like literally your family, right? This says there may be some effort involved. Creativity and expansion requires effort. So there's not maybe, it will require effort. The nest has to be built. You need to be open to additions coming your way, right? This could be children. This could be renovating a home, new employees, new business locations, like whatever the situation is, the creation of something new or the expansion. It will be well worth the effort, for the expansions you make will bring great joy. Spiritual expansions may be in store as well, which is really what this is about. This is about spiritual expansion. It's never too late to widen your network of spirit family, friends, and guides. The rewards of that kind of expansion are limitless. So that's the message I'm actually going to take for you, Pisces, is this is the time to widen your network of spirit family, spirit friends, spirit guides. And again, I'm going to keep talking about it because it's important. This is one of the key things that is a pillar of the work in the Lightworker Incubator, is expanding as well as establishing relationships in spirit. So creating or expanding relationships with your elevated beneficial ancestors, with the archangels, with other divine beings. Okay, this is a key component because this is what actually is available. This is something that needs to be done for you, Pisces. Right now, you're at that time where it's time to expand. Okay. And if you have resistance to that, ask yourself why. Why would you not want to have more family, more friends, more guides? All right. So I believe, yeah, that is it. Let's get some closing guidance. If you have any questions, let me know. But yeah, this has been great. I love it. So we have, look at that. Yeah, this is a really, I feel this energy, which is why I'm like so hyped and excited. And I feel the expansion. The cards that came out are manifesting and new birth. And at the bottom of the deck is power. This is a beautiful month, y'all. I know the social media and the news cycles and just like all the things going on in the world will make you think that there is not goodness all around you. There's not goodness and expansion unfolding right here, right now. But please let me tell you, this message, this energy, this is real. Like spirit is here, is helping. I'm saying spirit broadly because there is so much support and help. I hope that you feel that, especially as I was calling in the setting up the container for us. But yeah, there's a lot of help and support this month. There's a lot of beautiful things that actually are on deck that can blossom, that can be created new, that can be expanded. And it really comes from understanding your true spirit nature, your inner divinity, who you are, why you are here, what you actually have available to you, and actually saying yes to that, accepting it, and taking action on it. And a lot of it is actually going to be coming as a result of flow from prioritizing your spiritual development work, which is really the bulk of the messages. This is really the bulk of the messages here. So yeah. All right. That's it, y'all. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I will planning to, of course, see you next week. Again, registration is open for the Lightworker Incubator and Sovereign. Information is in the description below. Also come through for the 2026 astrology workshop on December 20th. So it's 2 Saturdays out from now. If you are registering for the incubator or Sovereign, you get to come for free. So you don't have to pay for a ticket. I'll just give you access to it. So yeah, but come through. Follow the messages and the guidance that come through. Get your life, get the abundance that is on hand for you. Put yourself in alignment with flow. Tap into the flow that is here, and that's going to be here all through the month and into the first part of January. Like for real, for real. One of the things I'm going to be mentioning, excuse me, is how Venus is also going to be coming into play with this, especially for the first half of the year, because right now she is also in alignment and coming into alignment with the galactic center and going to be coming to her superior conjunction. Listen, when I tell you there's such beautiful energy right now, and I really, really, really want all of us who are paying attention and who are tuned in to just really grab it and grab as much as you can. Because the way I can feel this is a major catalyst and like a slingshot, not only to restore so much of what has been lost, to heal so much of the grief that has been occurring, to mitigate and neutralize so much of the trauma, to uplift so much of the heavy hearts and heavy minds, and also damage to the body, to propel us into something more, something better, something more equitable, that really helps to strengthen and amplify the infrastructure that is still in process for this better world that we are co-creating, even in the midst of apparent chaos. Like, please. The energy is so good, and it's an opportunity that we should not miss. We should not be distracted by. If I was gonna give a challenge or an assignment to folks, quote unquote, for this month, is every time you see something upsetting, or where there's like, it seems like those who are corrupt and oppressive are winning, um, I want you to actually make an active choice to double down and say, but God is greater. Spirit is greater in me. The work that is being done to not only counteract, but also create something new is in progress, regardless of what is being reported on. And I'm a part of that solution. I'm a part of that option. I'm a part of that new earth. I want you to feed yourself that which is new. Because it is something that we create. It is not, again, what did I say earlier? Like, we actually have to go and get the blessings. Okay. I think I said it slightly different, but like, we have to actually go and grab the blessings. Grace will always be there. Inheritance will always be there. But this we have to grab. This we have to construct. And there's no kind of rush energy. It's not like, oh, this has to be done tomorrow. This has to be done well. It has to be done right so that it sustains. And so we're going to use our good sense and our groundedness to establish something that can last through the storms. And we can do it, which is why this message is coming through. This energy is beautiful, y'all. And real talk, it's really not going to subside. I'll talk about that more in the 2026 astrology planning workshop in 2 weeks. Because the energy that we're stepping into is very much catalyzation energy. And I'm getting the phrase, we're back. We were knocked down. We lost a battle. You know, we took some L's, but we back. We're back. We're back. Okay. That might have to be the phrase for next year. I'll have to figure out a word, because, you know, I always do a word for the year for each year. This year has been the word of karma. But the phrase right now is we're back, and it's not just for next year. It's going to be for a little while. But I'm excited. I think this month is really like the seed of what these next several years really can be about. And again, it's not to say that everything is going to be hunky dory and like, kumbaya. Like it's not that. It's um this feels like that readiness to take back power and absolute joy to create. And the submission of fear and the fear body to purpose. Like fear feels like it's under the heel of those with purpose. It resonates? Good. Good. Come through for the Lightwork Incubator. The call has gone out to the light workers. Information is in the description below. I love it, and I'm here for it. Let's get it, y'all. We're back. We're back. Love to you. Please, please also subscribe to the channel. Help me get to 100 subscribers. I'm almost there. I think I only have like 5 or 6 left. So please do that. Please also like this video because it helps to circulate it in the ecosystem. And please do share it with anyone who you feel would benefit and needs to, in particular, also hear this message about what's on deck. I will see you, God willing, next week. And hopefully I'll also see you in the astrology workshop and also in the Lightworker Incubator and or Sovereign, depending on what you are called to. All right. Love and blessings to you. Stay lifted. And I will see you, God willing, next time. Bye.